It's Chappers, how you doing? Time for a quick lesson on Lydian. You don't need to know any scales, you don't need to know any theory, really. I'm going to give you everything you need, and at the end of this video will be some exercises that you can play along to build up your speed, your stamina, and your Lydian shredability. So you can use any electric guitar, doesn't matter, any amp, as long as there's some gain, because we're going to be doing some shredding. I'm in E flat, so every string is down one semitone. Here is my E. Here's my A string. Here's my D string. Here is my G string. Here is my B string. And here is my high E. So to begin with, I'd like you to do one thing. It's really easy. Just play your E flat note or this low E string, and that's our key. That's super important, because if you don't use, you're gone air conditioning. If you don't use a drone, all that this exercise or this piece of music will sound like is sort of random notes. Your brain will make it sound like lots of different things, but with that note being droned, this will sound like Lydian. It's kind of a musical magic trick. Anyway, let's start with our first note, which is going to be first finger G string on the 11/10 9th fret G string. You can see I have my 12th fret marker here, so 11/10 9th fret G string. So this note is the same note as that, but it's an octave, several octaves higher. So it's the same note. It's an E flat. We're going to call these notes E, A, D, B, G, that kind of thing. We're going to keep it nice and simple. So from this root note, all I want you to do is go along 2 frets on the same string and play this note here. So all you've got now is, that's it, nothing else. Just practice going down with the pick, and then hammer. We're going to make it really, really easy. So hammering on with the finger, launch it from a trajectory of several meters or as little height as possible, and let it hit down upon the string and hammer the second note out. So we're going to pick and then hammer, which looks like this. See that? So pick, hammer. If you're not used to hammering with a string, it just takes a little bit of time. Relax, let your hand, let the weight of the finger do the job. You don't need a lot of pressure to make a note sound good if the guitar is set up nicely. So from here, by the way, every note that we're playing has almost 2 names. One of them is the name of the note. So you'd be familiar with, E, F sharp, that kind of thing. And then the other name that I would use is the distance away from the first note. We measure those distances and call them intervals. So this is what we call a 2. So we've gone 1, 2. So now we're going to bring our first finger down to the B string on exactly the same fret and play this note. So you get this. Now, if I play you any other root note and give you just a sound. Now you're programmed to hear A flat. If I play these notes now, it just sounds like 3 notes. Because you're hearing them from the reference point of having heard A. If, however, I play my E, they have more musical meaning because your ear is referencing that E note. Because this note is a third. It is a major third. 1, 2, 3. third note of the major scale. So what you've got is a 1, the first note of the major scale, a 2, the second note of the major scale, and a 3. So far, super happy, not particularly metal yet. You literally got 1, 2, and 3. First finger down the string. It's the next note that makes this particularly epic. So from a 3, we're just going to go along 2 frets, just like on the previous string, and play this note. And this is a sharpened 4th. So the 4th note of a major scale, you push it forward 1 degree. So you got 1, 2, you got a 3, and a sharp 4. Now you're probably more used to hearing a 5th, which is 1 semitone further away, which sounds like this. But I want you to play this. So you get 1, 2, 3, sharp 4. I'm not trying to show off there, I'm simply showing that with these 4 notes, there's a lot that you can do. It's a really cool, creative playground. So we're playing E Lydian, the intervallics of E Lydian. It's not all of the notes, there are some others, but these are kind of fundamental parts of that scale. So we've got a little box. And you can do some cool things like this. You can take the first note and you can bend it to the next. Or this one here, you could bend it to this. See? Pay attention to the fact that I'm not bending my fingers to bend that note. I'm turning my wrist, my finger stays still. And then this note here, this third, I can push that up. So, I can make chords. There's an awful lot you can do with a very small amount of information. Kind of like the way the universe was created. So, well, why don't we take a shift backwards 1 semitone. So rather than being here on the 9th fret, we're going to go back a semitone 1 step to the 8th fret. And now we're going to go first finger, second finger, bring that first finger down to the B string and back 1 fret to the 7th. And then third finger here on the 11th and 9th. So the shape is this. So you could go. You see that? It's really nice. Do you see how I shifted to the P90, but also I went down, up, pull off, up, down, and then I slid a semitone. So here's a cool exercise for you. Something else I did that I wasn't aware of really, my body did it for me, was I went down, hammer, pick down again, hammer, pull off, and then I used the second finger instead to come up. You can see how this is becoming shred. I didn't use the word shred arbitrarily, I promise you. Let's do one more area in front of where we started. So we started out here. We're going to bring our first finger forward 2 frets. And do the same thing. We're going to play from this note here, this second interval, to the major third interval. And then down with the first finger to the B string, to that sharp 4, flat 5. And then second finger comes down to the 12th fret, so you get this. So we were here. Oh, sounds good. So I'm here at the 11th fret and I'm going. See that? 11, 13, 11, 12. So you can start here. And there you have a pattern that you can practice and get it as fast as you would like, and play around inside it, create interesting melodies, maybe make some chords. That's all I'm doing, is that I've done that for a long time. My life just went in front of my face. I'm 46, I've been playing since I was 16. 30 years. I've been doing 30 years of just noodling notes over a drone. That's the secret. Because if you don't have that E to reference the rest of it to, it's kind of meaningless. So that's it for this lesson. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed learning something from my bedroom. I'm off to the NAMM show. I'm looking forward to meeting as many of you people as possible. I'll probably post on Instagram with a date and a time. We'll go for a coffee, hang out, just chat, shit, you know how we do, that kind of thing. And hopefully it'll be lots of fun. I'm excited for it. It's going to be a very different NAMM show this year because lots of people aren't going or don't have stands. Chapman Guitars doesn't have a stand. We're just free roaming for the first time in, I don't know, maybe 10 years, walking around meeting friends and business colleagues and things and having lots of fun. So I'll be meeting some really cool people like Basilio, BM Assad, some other people I can't tell you yet, but I really want to tell you. It's exciting. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the lesson. Exercises coming up. Take it easy. And viddy good viddy. I'll count you off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next exercise, we're going to play all 3 of the shapes combined. I'll do it one more time slow and then we'll speed it up. See if you can play it with me. Now we're going to come backwards as well. I'll do that again slowly for you. So we're going to go all the way up and all the way back. That kind of thing.